Well, I am starting on this picnic basket, and I did look it up, and it's from the 60s or 70s, and it does have a name on the bottom. Basketville, Putney, Vermont. And they're selling anywhere from 25 to 125, so, but I'm keeping it. I'm using it for me. I'm not a reseller, so that doesn't mean anything. I like it, and I think what I'm going to do with it is put my most used fabrics in it, like all my homespun and my cheesecloth and some muslin, that type thing, so I don't have to dig through a big bin looking for all of it. But I started to tape it off because I want to stain these just a little bit. Ew, still dirty. I'm going to have to clean it some more. But anyways, my tape wasn't sticking, and I got to feeling it, and it kind of felt greasy. So, and I had washed it down. I thought it was clean, but my tape wasn't sticking. So I went and got Awesome, and I wiped it, sprayed it twice, wiped it down, and boy, every time I rinsed my rag, holy moly, it was coming out brown. So I'm going to keep cleaning on it, and then dry it, and tape it off again, and I'll come back and show you what I'm doing with it. Well, I have my basket taped off now. It's good and clean on top. Tried to clean it everywhere else too. It's like the inside wasn't like that, but the top it's almost had like, I don't know, grease. Anyways, I'm taking the Jolie top coat in brown. I've done this one, and you can see the difference between this one and this one. It'll protect the wood, and I still want to see the nails, and it just gives her a richer tone. So I'm just going over it, over the slats with the brown, trying to make sure, and I've taped it off because I didn't want to get it on my, it wasn't that hard to tape off, but I didn't want to get it on the top. Let's see, I want to make sure I get my sides. But I'm doing that, and then just taking a paper towel and just kind of wiping it a little bit. And I want to do all this and the handle, and then the basket is gonna, I've never painted a basket really. So I think I'm gonna put a color on it. I think I'm gonna water down my paint so it doesn't, I don't know, I hope it takes, but I think I'm gonna water the paint down so that it doesn't have to have a full coat, and if some of the wood shows, it'll be okay. I'm going to try that anyway, but I'm also going to go around all the edges on this and wipe them back, and on the handle. But it's going to take just a bit to get around that. And when I start painting, I'll come back. I haven't really figured out which color. I picked out a, I think, well, I don't want to hit this up here, so I got to be a little careful with that on the sides. But anyways, I've picked out an image to decoupage on top, I think. I think it's the one I'm going to use. But I'm going to finish doing this, and then I'll be back and show you that. Alright, I took some Dixie Belle English Ivy, and I added quite a bit of water to it. I think that will make it go further too. And I've done the bottom just to test it, and it's working. I actually want it a little even lighter. I could have put more water in it because I just wanted it more like a stain. But this will work. I've already started on it. I don't want to get too much on my brush at a time, and that's going to make my paint go a lot further. I don't want to hit my paint. And I gotta be careful up around here that I won't get paint on this where I've stained it. And it's moving pretty fast. And I'll probably do a coat of the Jolie over this paint, maybe. I'm thinking, just to darken it a little bit. A little richer tone. Okay, I'm going to finish this up. Oh, it's getting a message. Oh, but I'm going to finish doing this and covering this whole piece here. And I'll come back and show you what else I'm doing. Okay, I have the whole thing, or this all painted. I love the color on there. I think it's really pretty. And I'm going to go over the top with the Waverly chalk paint in the color Sandstone. And hopefully it's the color I want. Because I don't want a light color, light color. I mean, this is light, but I was going to use the plaster. That was just a little too light. I'm sorry about the noise from my computer. So I'm going to be very careful and not get that on this board. And I'm not painting around the edges, just the top of it. I'll paint the whole thing. It may take 2 coats. And then from there, I'll show you the image that I'm going to put on in here. I hope it turns out as cute as my vision. But you never know. You never know till you do it, right? Alright guys, I'm going to keep painting. Well, I have my top, the base coat on it, and here's the image I'm going to use. It's a new image by HoneyBeePrintables. She's got quite a few new images out. I'll leave the link to this, and you can go check out the new images she has. They're really pretty, but I am going to, I thought it was fitting for a picnic basket. It says old-fashioned picnic. And I'm going to just kind of tear some of my edges off, as usual, before I Mod Podge. Making sure I've got water in that. Yeah. So I am going to go around this and tear those off, and I forgot to put hairspray on this, so after I tear it, I'm going to stop and put hairspray on it and let it dry. Let's get that much of it. Let's see. Alright, there's where I can start. I'm just going to go all the way around doing this and then put my hairspray on there, so when I do the Mod Podge it doesn't ruin my ink, because this is printed out on just plain printer paper. Have it where I wanted it, and I kind of put a little pencil mark there at the top so I didn't come out a lot, because I want to wax over it. I'm having to stand up to do the first part of it. Make sure go out far enough to the corners and sides. Okay, set that down there. Get it started first. Okay, got it down too far that time. I'm going to go this way now. I'm getting in my own light. I think I need to turn on another light. This is going to be a short video this time because this is the only project I'm going to do. I have other things to be doing besides in my craft room, even though I like to be in here. I have other duties to do. Need to repot or uppot some plants again and put up another little greenhouse inside, because once I repot those plants, because I had 2 or 3 in one, I'm going to need more space. So I have to take time off to do that. Oh, that was lovely. Surely didn't think I was going to get by without slopping something somewhere. Well, sure trying though. Alright, I'm going to go on and finish this, let it dry, and go over the top of it. And then I'm going to figure out whether I'm going to put a clear wax and then a dark wax, or the dark wax first. I mean, just dark wax. Probably going to go over it with a clear wax first. That way, on the paint, I can wipe it back if I need to, and it won't be too dark. I'm almost done, but I'll be back when I'm finished with this and it's all dry. It's dry now, so I've got some Fusion clear wax here, and I'm going to go over this, the top. And then after that, I'm going to go over it with some brown. Probably the Jolie brown. I'm not going to have you sit here and watch me go over this whole thing, but when I start putting the brown on, I'll come back. Alright, I have the Jolie brown top coat, and I'm just going over it with that, because I don't want it to look new. Got the cracks there. Let me see how much I want to wipe that back. Probably not a whole lot. Just a little bit. Okay, I like the way that's looking. Go in between here. Waxes, I think, always make a big difference in your project. I'm kind of wondering if I shouldn't go over the sides with it, the green too. I'm just barely hitting it. I'm not really rubbing. See if you can see the difference in the way they look. This and then that. This just looks much better than that, to me. Some people might not think so. Kind of like my daughter. Okay, that is looking good, I think. Just about done with that. More on the edges. I wipe too much back. All the way around. Okay, on the wood, right in there. I think that looks good. Now, I'm going to try some of this wax on the bottom. Let's see what I think. Might be a lot of work. It definitely. But I like it. I like the way it's looking. I think I like it. And leave the darker in the creases. That'll be a lot of work. Oh, there's some paint I got on my handle that I didn't see. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it. That may not be so bad. That won't be that bad. I like the way it looks. It definitely is going to protect the basket and just gives it that aged look. All right, I'm going to go all over this basket with this brown, and I'll come back and show you how it all turned out.